unconditional love. And when you listen to that music, when you get out of your own way, and you can be a sponge, be the other vehicle for receiving that music, it's the best gift you could give yourself. Many of you have watched the show for a few years now. I find it amazing that we're on for about 4 years now. And we have had musicians, we have had psychic mediums and authors and other people in different parts of the healing fields. And Sicanni is in a healing field using rhythms, sound, and music. For me, we all have rhythms. You were with me when I did a presentation at the North Shore Library, and the name of that workshop was The Rhythms of Your Life. And it showed people that we're all the same. We all breathe, we all speak, we all move our hands and our feet, we all walk, but they're all different. People that have physical challenges, whether it's in speech or movement or breath, have their own rhythm. And one of the exercises that I did was I had the people in the class to music to just walk across the room. And at first everyone was a little uncomfortable to be doing this in front of people. But after a few moments we got comfortable, and you could see how you walk differently, you speak differently. There's a different rhythm to my voice as there is to Sicanni's, as there is to yours. So honor your rhythm, honor your individuality, and be open to respecting and honoring the individuality and the rhythms of others, because it makes up the tapestry of our life. And with that, I'll zip it and introduce my dear friend. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're very welcome, and thank you for inviting me to this great show. You're right, it's my first time in the show, but I know you for years.
Yeah.
And that's right. Music has a lot to do in the world, in every single person. In my own experience, I have encountered many people that keep telling me that they feel the sounds. And this is one thing that I always say to people. It's like the kind of music that I play is for the spirit, it's for the soul. It goes deep. I put a lot of heart. It's when I said music for the soul comes from my heart. It's real.
Yeah.
It's my last album that we're going to talk about later. It's basically touched by the spirituality. People need so much love in this time.
Yeah.
It's turning violent, ugly in a lot of places in the world. So I feel the necessity of love. Music is a good way to go to people.
Music is energy, it's sound. However, when I see patients at my beautiful new office in the old post office in Riverhead, which has been renovated beautifully, I'm going to do a workshop there, and I hope you come. We'll present music as a healing source for people. About standing on.
Yeah, it's just one word, maybe many words, but I see the money and the greedy behind everything. This is started because of pride, because of money. Taking so much from Mother Earth and giving nothing. Not respecting the humanity, not respecting Mother Earth. The humanity have to grow, right? But I always have said, like, it has to be a balance. Right? I take something, I give something.
That's right.
To the nation, because we have only one home, one planet. If we ruin this,
we ruined it for our children, for our grandchildren, and for anyone else. Change is okay, but like you said, there has to be a balance. If I take something from the mother, I have to give something back. And when I did my training and my my shamanic training is Peruvian based, which is another reason why I'm so happy to have you, so we could touch on that.
Because I'm Peru.
From your Peru. And there was always, from the beginning of the teachings on, from my shaman and my shamans and the teachers that go way, way back to the elders that still live there. It's always done peacefully, and it's always done with respect. And if you disrespect the mother, it comes back. You end up getting very ill. Those around you end up getting very ill. If you're doing it.
I, once in a while, you're right, take my car and go to the woods and go to the place. And most of the music I have created is in the woods and the water.
Yeah.
I go there to create it. And animals help me a lot.
Yeah.
When I play seagulls calm, and I can feel the presence of some fish.
Yeah.
It's true.
They work with you.
Yeah, and talking about my dog, like I have a small recording studio in my place. My dog is there all the time.
Yeah.
She doesn't move.
What's
she
her
doesn't
name?
Muffin. She
Muffin.
doesn't go anywhere. She stays. If
Yeah.
I'm making music, recording music, 4, 5, 6 hours, she's right there. She doesn't
Because
move.
it's
She doesn't
healing.
move.
It's like when I.
This is the new album 2000.
You're on the one
Right,
facing
okay.
with the red light.
This is my new album 2016. Maybe many of you have seen me in fairs and music
And
festival
the powwow,
shows.
you were just at the
powwow,
Shinnecock.
yeah, the Shinnecock powwow. I do about 13 powwows in a year. So many of you have seen me maybe. If you see me on the street, you may not recognize me because I use glasses. And this is how I you will recognize me. This is many people have seen me on the street fairs, in the festivals. I've been a couple of times in a cable commercials. So this is my new album. It's called One Nation United by Love, inspired by the all this moment that we need praise and we need so much love. So it's time to start a new beginning with this movement of love, because we need it so much. Teach your children, talk to your family, talk to your neighbors, and start with that, and we don't need that. We don't need negativity. Life is too short to be in this situation. So live every single day. Be happy. Smile.
Yep.
There's no way to be in a bad energy. And don't attract those weird energies.
That's right.
It's not healthy for anybody. Also this album talks about that. So in my next album, I'm going to be singing in a couple of tunes with words, and this mostly instrumental, which is my main instruments are the winds and the flutes, the Peruvian flutes and the Native American flutes. And I have already so far 5 albums. 3 of them are my own music, my own composition, my own creation. The first one, it was the first one. I don't have it anymore. The first one, but as the first album.
I wonder if I have it at home.
5? Yeah. Well, the first one I don't have it anymore. It was most traditional. I started to play a lot of the traditional Peruvian and North American traditional songs. The second one, I did a 50% my own music and 50% the traditional. In the third album, it was album called the Instrumental Melodies. I was already here, and I used to play in restaurants and bars.
Yes.
Somebody suggested me, why don't you play a couple of American songs? So that album is entirely American songs with my flutes. That's called Instrumental Melodies. Then I make this one, Meditation, that's 2 years ago. The meditation one And maybe some of you
I
have
play
it.
that at the Reiki circle.
Yes, and this is 90% my own inspiration. I did a couple of songs for my country, and a song for my grandfather, a song for my father, and a song for the happiness, and there's a couple of songs for Mother Nature here too. And this is the new one
That's
that
the
I added
latest
this year. So you can find me on Facebook, and also I have an online store on Etsy, etsy.com, Etsy. You type a Sicanni music for the soul, you're gonna find my flutes, and you're gonna find my CDs.
Right, but we just can't mention what prices are.
They're cheap though.
Then I get my hand slapped.
Or you can catch me up in one of the festivals, one of the fairs.
What do you have coming up?
Yeah, I have this weekend I'm gonna go to a powwow in Yorktown. Yorktown is about like maybe 1 hour from New York City, north. Yorktown. Then I'm gonna be in Greenport, where I live.
Oh, Greenport's easier. We'll hit you up from
Greenport,
Greenport.
yeah, Greenport.
Greenport next weekend?
The 20, I think it's the 23rd in Peru. I learned, so then I think it's natural.
It is. We all have it.
It's natural, and it's not that easy. It's not that easy because you have to deal with the spirits. You have to go in a different field. It's not physical. It's a different level. It's a high level.
There can't be any ego there.
No, it just has to be. You're a healer, and you have to be. You have to
It's
be.
a great responsibility. Yeah.
Big responsibility.
When I did.
You're dealing with serious.
Very serious.
Yeah.
You can never make an assumption.
Yeah.
You can never ask for too much protection from the ancient ones. When I started my training,
world to understand. Because I'm going to waste my time if I want to say, oh, God made this and create this physical thing. That's not. That's material. The physics are going to explain that.
yeah.
The evolution stuff and everything. But of course, if we humans, our brain are limited, and we die in this body, it's water, and then it's going to be dried out, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not a spiritual, we want to waste the time.
Did he understand
He looked at
that?
me, and said, but what is a spirit? Okay, so when you die, your state of mind and your aura and your energy, it doesn't die.
No.
We call it the spirit and the soul. It has to go somewhere. Like, we don't manage that. I don't mind. I wish I can know that more.
Yeah.
But it's common sense. Evolution is evolution, all right? But there's something big. There's something trillions of times bigger than our brain who directed evolution. It's not like someone put this cell here, this another cell, these organs together, and all of a sudden it's just a living thing. No, it has to have common order, perfection order for every single creature in the universe, in the whole universe. It's not like in 1 year the whole universe exploded and everything.
No.
Man, no.
Time is really an illusion.
Yeah,
when you think of that.
and God, some cultures call it God, some cultures call it Great Spirit, some cultures call different names, but it's all the same energy who creates souls, bodies, and everything. You're a human being. I'm a human being. We're little. We cannot question. We're not allowed. We're not even close to question that big thing. If you're going to ask God, please find me a good job, that's not God's job.
No.
Or bring me money. It's not that way. It doesn't.
No.
I'm sick. Please, God. No, it doesn't work. People is wrong, very wrong about it. It's more than that. God is a spirit. It's not going to give you a good job. I mean, if you do good, God is gonna help you.
You're given the
It's
tools.
you helping yourself, like working hard, making money,
Mhm.
but the spirituality is a
Very.
different zone, a different area. Don't mix it. It goes together sometimes, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And then regular people intend to mix everything
Mm-hmm.
with material stuff. You know, like, oh, I hope, like, God help me find a good partner, a good girlfriend, good boyfriend.
Mm.
Has nothing to do. It's a different.
It's
separate-
really, and I don't mean to say this to insult anyone, but when we ask for that, it's very shallow. When we ask for that, because we're not seeing the depth of what this life can be. And
Everything. I'm playing, let's say, in the street fair. They all see me. They all walk
Mhm.
by.
Yeah.
Some of them stop. Some of them pass by. But I can feel that the people who come back they have like the necessity.
Yes.
They
And
have
sometimes
the
they
call.
can't explain it, but they have to
They
come
call the
back.
call, and in my own experience, some people come back.
Yeah.
Some people go by, but they all look, they all listen. What I'm saying is, everybody hears it, everybody feels it, but not everybody pays attention.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, then it's gonna be a different story.
Oh, definitely.
If you pay attention, then you start, like, it's a good way to start maybe your spirituality. I'm not saying that my music is gonna change anything or your spirituality, but
It opens the
help
door.
open the door. That's
Definitely
all.
opens the door.
That's one of my goals and my mission. Like give the people the start. That you can start with this
Yes.
and it change. 'Cause
I've
it's-
watched you. There was a powwow that I went to in the past that I've watched the people watching you and walking by, and when you were by Green Earth
Yeah.
at the street fairs, so some people are guarded because this is different, and people don't know what to do with something that's different or someone that looks different. But if
Like me, right?
like me, and like me too. I mean, you know, the lady with the purple hair and the purple car and the weird stuff, but it's part of acknowledging who we are. And when you talk about the music and how it calls to people, I didn't get to the Shinnecock this year, but I was there last year. I saw you there last year. And the year before, I was there with a friend that I worked with in the medical field. We had a thing that the Friday night of the powwow, before all the city people would come, we would go, we would have dinner, we would do a little shopping,
Sometimes I feel in a melody, like I'm just, let's call it like a medium, getting the melody from the universe,
Mhm.
and I transform into the physical world. Sometimes I just have it in my mind somewhere. And
it's a gift to you.
yeah,
They gift you with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's like speaking to the world, to the people. This album is in Africa. It's in Asia. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be posting some of this on Facebook.
okay.
South America. It's for
It's
the
all
whole
over.
world. And people come sometimes, you know, like you're right, I look different. People come and they
Right.
ask me and they say, is this a Peruvian music? And I said, well, the first album I did it was Peruvian, but now this is universal.
It's you.
It's not a specific country because it's gonna be too short. It's gonna be too small. So
Right. It would be not going outside
Yeah,
the box,
it's-
not
it-
going
yeah.
outside the dock.
it's universal, and I'm sharing it in the world. You know? And I
It's your
always,
essence.
I-
Really,
yeah,
your
and I-
music is your essence.
And I post like Facebook is a big international communication.
Yeah.
So I want to say hello to all my Facebook followers and friends. Like they post beautiful stuff, and
Yes.
sometimes I don't reply. I have no
You have
time.
so many, how can you?
Yeah, 5,000 friends.
Isn't
like-
that awesome? Yeah.
And the list, like
Yeah.
for friend requests.